Ask an average person how magic works. They'll picture this: a shimmering, ethereal display of energy flowing directly out of a witch's bare hands. The public believes magic is a divine lottery. You are either born with the ability or you aren't. Coco, an ordinary girl from a quiet village, has spent her entire life believing this myth, accepting she is permanently locked out of the magical world. But her understanding shatters when a traveling witch named Kifre visits her village. After some local kids accidentally wreck a customer's flying carriage, Kifre offers to fix it. He pulls the broken cart into a closed room, instructing Coco to stay outside while he works. Naturally, Coco peeks through a crack in the wall, and what she sees completely contradicts everything she's been taught. As this side-by-side schematic shows, the energy fading from the hand is a complete illusion. The reality is the pen. Magic is a mechanical art, created entirely by drawing precise geometric lines with special ink. This observation raises an immediate, massive problem. If magic doesn't require special blood or a divine spark, if it's simply a drawing technique that literally anyone could learn, why have witches gone to such extreme lengths to convince the world otherwise? Armed with this new knowledge, Coco decides to test the theory. She digs out a childhood toy, a strange spellbook and a wand given to her years ago by a mysterious stranger, and starts tracing the shapes on the page. Because Coco doesn't actually understand the rules she's playing with, she makes a critical mechanical error. Look closely at this diagram. She perfectly draws the complex inner geometry, but leaves a gap in the outer ring, keeping the magic inert. Suddenly, an ink drop falls, closing the circle and instantly activating an unknown spell. That one careless drawing error triggers a forbidden spell that instantly encases Coco's entire home, and her mother along with it, in solid, unbreakable ice. Witches haven't hidden the mechanics of magic out of greed. They keep it secret because extreme danger is built into the very act of drawing. Kifre arrives just in time to pull Coco from the freezing house. Looking at the ice, he realizes she has uncovered the truth about drawn magic. He explains the grim reality to her. In the distant past, the accessibility of drawn magic was common knowledge. Humans inevitably exploited that accessibility, mass-producing destructive spells to wage war and level entire landscapes. To prevent history from repeating itself, the remaining magic users formed a strict society with an absolute law. Any ordinary human who discovers how magic is truly cast must have their memory permanently erased. Coco's memory should be wiped right there on the spot, but Kifre grants her a rare exemption. Since her mother is topped in the magical stasis, he spares Coco's memories and pulls her entirely out of the human world. He makes her his apprentice, giving them a chance to locate the exact book she used and trace the spell back to reverse the ice. Kifre brings Coco to his atelier, where she immediately comes face to face with his established apprentices. As you can see from Tedia's traditional uniform and confident posture, these girls are highly trained. Coco is stepping into a rigorous academic environment where she is drastically far behind. Her education starts with the brutal technicalities. Kifre breaks down exactly why her spell went wrong, explaining that every piece of magic requires 3 core components drawn in perfect harmony. Looking at this exploded diagram of a spell circle, we can see the anatomy clearly. At the center is the sigil, which dictates the core element, like fire or water. Surrounding it are the signs, which dictate the form, size, and direction of that element. Finally, encapsulating it all is the ring, the absolute boundary that triggers the magic once the circle is closed. Grasping the theory is one thing, executing it is another. During her first real practice, Coco misdraws the signs for a basic water spell. Instead of flowing properly, the pressure immediately blasts out sideways, completely soaking one of her fellow apprentices, Agat. Agat is furious. A close look at her hands reveals deep scars, heavy calluses, and permanent ink stains. These marks show the brutal physical toll of practicing spellcraft day in and day out. Agat has mutilated her own fingers through agonizing, relentless repetition to master these lines. From her perspective, Coco is an ignorant outsider who bypassed all that suffering with a shortcut, only to cause a disaster because she didn't respect the art. Magic is not a genetic lottery. And technically, anyone with a pen can do it. But that extreme accessibility is exactly what makes it a perilous, exacting science. If Coco ever wants to reverse the ice and save her mother, she has to stop looking for shortcuts, accept the overwhelming weight of the pen, and submit to the grueling discipline to become a true witch.